What's up, YouTube? Today I got this 2006 Honda Ridgeline. I'm going to be replacing 2 engine mounts today that are broke. I'm going to show you how to do this. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so I can continue to make videos like this to make your life easier. Let's get started. Alright, bear with me here. This job requires a few tools that I might not have in that tray. I'm trying to be prepared, so this is going to be kind of a long video as well. But this is a very common problem on Hondas, and I feel like this is going to be a good video for y'all viewers. Put that little cover out of your way. Now we're going to have to take this computer and fuse box and everything out of our way too to get access to that top motor mount. So, because we're taking the computer out, let's disconnect your negative terminal. When you're unplugging the computer, you don't want to have the battery hooked up. Lean that out of your way so it's not touching the battery. Alright, now push these tabs in like that. Pull back on the connector. Just like that. Grab a little pick here. Let's see. Push in on this tab right here. Easier said than done. Let's get this fuse box out of our way. Pull back on these little locking tabs and pull up on it. Little 8mm bolts on these two terminals. Slide your terminals out of the way. Like that. Now I'm going to thread these back in a couple turns. Now we have better access to these 2 plugs. Plug that one. Pull back on that so you can pull out of the way. There we go. Just pull back on that little tab. Just like that. Yeah, I don't know why Honda decided to put all this crap over here in the way of everything. You got to pull all this stuff when you do the timing belt as well. So, let's also take this AC line out of our way. Just put that in a couple turns, even though I would remember just doing this for y'all. You ain't been doing this very long. You didn't see, but down here on this bracket, this green tab, same thing. Pull back on that and pull it off that bracket, and then you can lean that out of your way. Now we're going to take this computer assembly completely out of our way. Set it up there. One way down here. pull this other fuse box, little small fuse box, off this bracket. Okay, you're going to need a long extension for that bolt way down there. Let's do this. Three-eighths. That's the coolant bottle bracket. Every time built on this, put a different bolt in there, but I guess it's working. Alright. Yeah, well, that bolt went flying somewhere. I'll have to dig up one in my bolt drawer. I'm pretty sure I have. Not even going to try to look for that, because I didn't hear it hit the floor. And this back bolt right here. Alright, now we can take this PCM out of our way. Just going to set it to the side right there. Just move the fuse box out of the way. Gotta dig your way to this mount. Alright, now, same with this wire. Pull back on that tab and pull it off right there. Just gonna tuck that out of my way. Alright. Now, set that out of your way. Alright, we're getting access, fellas. Okay, now your ground wire right here. Be careful with the 3/8, it's torquey, so it'll sling bolts. Slow it down a little bit. Alright. I'm not going to put that back in. The little small ones are all the same, so I know where they go. Alright, now we're going to be taking the mount loose. You're going to want to support the engine. A block of wood and a floor jack right on the oil pan, so you don't crack the oil pan. Alright, just till it's touching. Okay, now let me bring this tray over here. Set up my mess over here. You're going to want to break loose this bolt right here first before we take this mount off. Just a 17 millimeter. Alright. Let's get this out of my way too, because I'm going to have to get down to this front end engine mount down here that we're changing as well. Bottom one, hydraulic mount. Okay, now let me grab a 14. My long extension. Take loose these 3 14mm bolts. Alright. Got one back here. We're gonna have to take 17 the rest of the way out there. So my ratchet. Let's see, did I bring the 17 over there? I don't think I did, so that's a good one right there. Without tripping up over that jack. The power steering reservoir. I'm going to move that reservoir a little bit too to get on that bolt. Alright. Now take the last two 14s out of your way. So we can get that bracket out of our way. Hell, you might be able to. No, we're going to take the bracket off. I've done hundreds of these over the years, but they all have a little bit, they're pretty similar. A little bit of a difference to them versus like an Odyssey. Now, the mount's loose. We need to get this bracket out of the way. It's not letting me pull the mount out without taking this bracket all the way off. Because you're already using that bracket. They put that hood prop in a stupid spot. Why did they put it on the other side when you got to do most of your services on this side? Makes no sense to me. Come on, Honda, I thought y'all were smarter than that. And all your crucial stuff is over here on this side. No, let's put the prop right there, hitting it with your head and tools all day long. Alright. Just kind of put all your mount bolts in one spot. The mount is out, fellas. Literally out. And usually when this mount goes bad, it'll take out that other mount down there, which is the more expensive one. So I already got that mount. Save your little grommets here, because they don't give you new ones with the new mount. Sometimes they do, but not in this case. So. Alright. Now we're not going to put this mount back on, and that's the reason why is because it makes this mount a lot easier to get out when you can jack the engine up further. So, alright. Yeah, my allergies are really killing me today. If I'm sniffling a lot, I apologize. Try not to break that clip if I can help it. It's easier said than done sometimes. Alright, it broke a little bit, but we can still use that. Alright. And there's 3. Set those up there. Yeah, this one's brittle, real brittle. Okay. Get a flathead screwdriver. See if I can get up under that clip. backside. There we go. Still salvageable. Okay, now we can get this air duct out of our way. Just gonna kind of set that up here. Alright, you got to dig your way to this mount too, y'all. But the way I'm showing you how to do this is the easiest way, because I've done a lot of these, like I said, over the years. So some needle nose pliers. Now, this engine's been sitting cooling down for hours, so I know there's no pressure in the system. Probably gonna lose a little bit of coolant though. I know. It's just low enough to where I'm not going to lose much, if any. I can tuck that hose out of my way in a high spot. Here we go. Alright. Now we're going to take this cooling fan off right here, which is a 10 millimeter. And just pull your fan up and out of your way. Just kind of lay that right there. And the bolts up here. Okay, we are getting there, fellas. Now let's unplug your oxygen sensor. We'll pull it off that bracket. Just push up on this tab, reach up under there, push down. Oh yeah. I might be able to get around unplugging that, because it's not wanting to unplug. Let's see if this one will unplug. Okay, that one's good. Alright. I really want to unplug it. There we go. That way we can completely lean that out of my way too. That way it's not hitting nothing. Okay, we are getting access, y'all. So, next we're going to loosen, there's 4 14 millimeters bolts. I'm going to take this dampener off too, because then we can slide that mount to the right when we go to pull it out. Another 12 millimeters, so let me get a long reducer and a swivel 12. Get in that back bolt. Am I on it? I think I am. Alright. Now I'm going to gently pull off on that. Grab my magnet here so I can retrieve that bolt. Okay. And take this front one off. Alright. Pretty sure you can put that on both ways, but we're just going to make sure we set it in the position that we pulled it off. Okay, now we have 4 14 millimeter bolts on the mount itself. I'm going to take loose the 17 bolt first on top. Now I'm still, hopefully this mount will show up while I'm doing this. I already got that one mount, but if I have to pause this video, I will when we get this mount out until I get the part. Okay. Alright, now time to attack those 14s. See if the swivel will fit back there. I always hit that back one first, the hardest one to get to. Alright, I'm on it, I think. I know it. that back one's in a funny spot. So, I'm on it. I think I am. I don't think it's too... These snap-on sockets are good sockets, but they're just too fat. They hit everything, so... Let's see. Even though I don't really like to use chrome sockets with an impact. I'm picking every size but the 14. Let's see. There it is. It's a lot more narrow, so it's not hitting up against this mount. You know what? Screw it. Locking extension so my socket don't go flying. Alright. Certainly this will get on there. Alright. Cool. Let's just hope nothing snaps. She's out. And she's trying to fall on the floor. And she fell on the floor. That's okay, at least it fell on the floor. Alright. Okay, so far I haven't broke my socket, but if I do, it's lifetime warranted. That's why you buy quality tools. Alright, that one fell too. Alright, last but not least. Okay. We are ready to pull this mount. Set this bolt up here. Okay, now, the reason why I left that mount off. A little bit higher. A little bit higher. Make sure we're not hitting nothing. Oh, so close. Okay. Here we go. Ooh, she's out. Now, this one only goes on one way, so make sure you note the position when you pull it off. We're just going to leave it like that. That way we know how the new one goes on. If I would have put that mount back on, that would have been almost impossible, if not possible, to get that mount out. So, alright, well, I guess the part hasn't came yet. So when it does come, I'll resume on this video. Until then, peace out. See y'all in a little bit. Alright, y'all, I am back with this motor mount. Finally, took forever to get it. Anyways, I'm going to show you, see how that moves. See how tight that one is. Now these mounts are hydraulically filled with fluid as well, so you can also see where it's been leaking. So I've already compared the two, making sure we put it in the right way. Alright, let's throw that in the box down there. We don't need that. Alright, let's slide this bad boy back in. Get my phone out of my pocket here. It's poking me, leaning over the car. Alright. A lot of times these new mounts, because they're not worn out, are a little harder to get in, so just can't go up much higher with the engine. Let's see here. Making sure. Don't want to break nothing, so just watch out for different accessories and stuff in your way. Go up a little higher. We don't lack much. Okay. And just making sure we just put it in the right way here. Because there's not going to be much flex to this new mount because it's new. So I don't know how much more I can go up because we're starting to hit the body of the car. So I got a trick here. Take you a little pry bar action. Try pushing down this mount. There we go. Alright, just like that. Okay, get that back in there. And now we're going to drop this engine down slowly. Alright, just till it slides in. Now we're going to take some tension back off of it so we can wiggle this mount around to get these bolts started. Okay. So, there's 14 down there. Deep. Yeah, this is the fun part, lining it back up. Alright, got one in. Usually I'll focus on the two front bolts first. Let's take get our long extension we had set up here. Okay. Now that those two are started, generally we'll line up the harder ones that are in the back there. So before we tighten those down, we can go ahead and put your nut, your 17 on top, turn it a few threads, get that started. Okay. Sure, it's the same thread pitch. I've gotten mounts before, they're different thread pitch, and I had to find a bolt to make it work. That's usually when you get a cheap mount. The cheap mounts don't last very long, so I suggest getting a good mount. Now, just a little trick I'm going to show y'all. Take you a little piece of rag, not too much. That way, keeps the bolt from falling out. Yeah, these back ones are a booger. Alright, pretty sure I'm started. Alright, we're not going to tighten that down all the way yet. But now that that's not supposed to happen. This is a lock and extension. Guess it ain't so locky anymore. I'm just going to run these down flush. It helps line that mount up a little more. Look at that back one. I can see kind of back there. Just let the engine down a little bit more. Now, the fun one, last but not least. Alright. Yeah, this back one's a harder one, so here's what I'm going to do. Get all this crap out of my way. Let's see here. Give it a little bit of a shorter extension. Yeah, this angle sucks. I'm pretty sure I'm lined up, so we're going to go ahead and let that down. Now that we got this mount on there, it's not going to drop that far. I'm going to take it in the air and try to put this in from underneath. Yeah, going back together with it's the harder part. You gotta line those mounts up. That's why you don't put that top mount back on. So you have a lot of room to move the engine. But now that we got those first three started, this last one should be a lot easier. Especially, I think I got room underneath. If I remember correctly, I've done it like this before. Alright, that should be good. Okay. Let's see. Aha! We got it, y'all. And a few more threads just to ensure. Okay, we're good now. Oh. And some of these, see, this has a vacuum hose nipple on the bottom of that. Some of those have a vacuum actuator. So if your model does, make sure you plug that vacuum hose back in, because it helps control the movement of that hydraulic mount based upon engine load. Alright, we can go back down now and tighten these bolts down. Yeah, I did brakes on this thing too. I didn't do a video on that. I'll just let the wheels off, because with the wheels off I can lower it a lot lower to the ground, so I can reach those mounts easier without standing on a stool. Just right there before the rotor touches the ground. Alright. Now that we got all four of them started, and take this top mount. I'm not going to tighten none of that down yet till I got this one all started too, because if we need to move it around a little bit, that's loose. So it's going to be your shorter bolts. Make sure you start these bolts by hand, because these threads are built into the body of the car. Alright. Let's get my I guess I can use a shorter one. Alright, all three of those are started. So, let's grab this little bracket right here. And get these bad boys started too. The longer bolts go in here. Okay. Now, gonna go ahead and tighten all three of these bolts. I'm going to leave that loose so I have room to pull up on that, because this is going to block that bolt from being able to be tightened. So well, that's lovely. Just trying to break. Nice and snug. Get on there. Get on there. Alright. Okay. Alright. Now, before I tighten this bracket, I'll make sure this bolt's started. I'll go finish running it down with my hands till this dampener alright. Now we're going to tighten this bracket, then tighten that 17. Alright, now go ahead and run this 17 down. Alright. Don't you be falling. Alright, just give it nice and tight. Okay, now we can finish tightening down this mount right here, because everything's lined up now. Let's bring my cart here a little closer. Don't even need the engine jack anymore. Alright. 14s first. Alright. While my thing's doing that, I didn't know it did that. That's kind of weird. Huh, guess if it breaks, I can just change out that piece. Alright. Now the final back one, the pain in the butt one. Get on there, fool. Use a different extension. That's annoying. It's never done that to me before. I've had this thing forever. It's weird. Okay. Well, I'll be asking Mako if that's normal when he comes on Friday. Get on there. Let's see if I can get my dog. Everything's wanting to hook me. Let's see if I can get the three. You know what? I'm going to tighten up from underneath. I'll do that after this video is over. I'll just put a gear wrench on that bad boy. So. You know what I just realized? I didn't put these little bad boys back on. So. I'm gonna have to take that bracket back off, but that's no big deal. It happens. I should have broke that bolt loose first. Duh. Yeah. So, that's what happens when you don't pay attention. Even I do it still, and I've been doing this for 20 years. It happens. Slide that back under the oil pan just to take some tension off. It's not sagging down on me, so I can get these bolts started. Like I said, I should have took that off. That bolt loose first before I took that bracket. Just snug it up a little bit so it doesn't move on you. Okay. Wrong way, dork. Alright. Okay. Now. These little notches on this new mount. Let's show you the way it goes. Let's see. They're different. See? I think this one goes like that. It's just all for vibration dampening. And you can see where the bracket's been rubbing this, so you put it on the right way. Sometimes they give you new ones. It's already on the mount whenever you get it. In this case, no, you're gonna reuse the old ones. Just to make this video last a bit longer, right, y'all? Alright. Shit happens. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Now that that's started, tighten those down. Need my socket back. Final tighten here. Alright. So, I think I got y'all off and running here. Let me tighten this bolt real quick. 17. And I'm going to raise it up and tighten that back bolt manually by hand. And I'm going to end this video now because I'm pretty sure y'all have watched enough of this to know how to do this. I did the hardest part for y'all, showing y'all how to line those mounts up. You just got to put your fuse box and everything back in. Just reverse procedure. And your dampener right here back on. That's very important. Let's put that. I'll put that back on before we end this video too. So we'll do our little trick with the paper. Alright, let's start it. The fun one, the back one. Got this little long extension here. Okay. Lock those down. Alright, now I just got to tighten that last bolt. And the hard part's over. Like I said, you just got to put all your stuff back on, your fan back in, your hoses, your computer, your fuse box. Top it off with coolant if you lost any. Plug your computer in, then hook your battery up last. After you get everything reinstalled, then hook your battery up last. Alright, well, I hope this video has been informative. Sorry it's been so long. I don't want to keep y'all any longer. I'm pretty sure you can rewind this video if you need to see what all we took loose. Reverse procedure. It's that simple. Y'all have a good day. Y'all please check like down below. Peace out, YouTube. And subscribe.